Monica, you're part of the next generation of TLs, and I know we're in good hands. And a thank you to Denise Howland and Jim Koska and Richard Beaudry and all the other colleagues in Langley who each own a part of this award. And after 35 years in high school, I can say I still like my job and enjoy working with students. I even felt a twinge of regret last June that I was leaving at a time when the curriculum was opening up and we could embrace critical thinking, connections, and personal inquiry, and that we were becoming even more obviously relevant in the system. Maybe people will recognize that. I'll just boil it down just for the sake of expediency. You can't talk about 35 years. Change has been the constant. I can say it that way. Sounds like an oxymoron. Teaching and learning have been the inspiration and the focus. Relentless, exhausting advocacy has been a necessity. And I often found support from admin and colleagues, but rarely any money or extra time. So it was nice to have the words and know they had your back, but it needs to go beyond that. The highlight of my final year at Ari Mountain Learning Commons were the students who called that space their own. Streaming through my office every day were library helpers, the regulars, and the ones who popped by to say, Madame Hewitt, I have an hour to spare. Could you use some help? And then the Thursday Learning Commons Advisory Council, who consulted, brainstormed, and worked on a design for what they wanted that program to be. And the students who needed help with IB extended essays, and class projects, and French speeches, and reference letters, and the readers who wanted to talk about books. And the Kindler Society Club, who collected books and fundraised for libraries overseas in developing countries. And students who needed technology support, and students who offered it to others. And the incredible Aquaponics Club, who set up their system by the front door of the Learning Commons, and the veggies that they donated to others who used them in food for the homeless. I learned and I laughed with these students, troubleshooting plant and fish problems, and celebrating their spectacular win of $25,000 from Staples for their environmental efforts, some of which they have chosen to put into the Learning Commons in the form of a 3D printer and new computers. Lunchtime was often a zoo in my last year, with 60 students or more in the too small, Pepto-Bismol pink 70s library. Though I was frazzled by the end of it, I saw students reading, chatting, coding, playing chess, studying, collaborating, writing, printing, hiding out, listening to music. And after school came the teachers who came to chat or bounce ideas around. I often felt I should have that signed psychiatric help 5 cents. And there were a bunch of students who would run to the Learning Commons to hang out with their friends after school and find romance or a study partner, or both. And their vitality was what energized me and exhausted me at the same time. So I had to make the decision to retire, and it was a tough one. I'm deeply grateful for that opportunity to work with those students and those colleagues for so many years. I did my best, and to receive this award is truly an honor, and I thank you all, the members of the BCTLA